Well, we were doing the 60s, and I kind of wanted to show how different the music was across the board in the 60s, because everything was changing in the 60s. And so we still had a lot of Broadway things like People and Who Can I Turn To, and some things from Camelot. And then we had Stevie Wonder was coming on the scene, and he was making wonderful records. And then a lot of the soul music guys were coming on the scene in the early 60s. And then the crop of songwriters like Carole King and people like that. So it was really a wide mixture of things. And so we picked what we thought were the best songs of all those types, the songs that people really remember. And I kind of always want people to say, oh, I remember that, or oh, I like that, that reminds me of something. And so we just tried to pick the best songs we could.
Yeah, stand by.
Actually, I think there are a lot. I have a lot of favorites on that album, but I think the one that makes me smile the most is Up on the Roof. Well, Audrey Hepburn was such a wonderful actor and dancer. She started out as a ballet dancer in Belgium. I think every film she made was spectacular. Of course, Breakfast at Tiffany's is probably the most famous. I loved Funny Face with Fred Astaire because she got to dance a lot and wear gorgeous clothes. And it was all Gershwin music, so that was another plus. Well, I knew the recording that was quite a ways back that we had that was more up-tempo than what we did on our album. And I never knew, it was a big hit. I never knew, though, exactly what it meant. So it was kind of interesting to me to do a little research and find out some things about what the song means in Japan. And I decided to do it a little differently from the recording that Americans were familiar with. As many people as possible. But I think, oh, I don't know. I think anybody that wants to hear some music, maybe that'll make them think a little bit and remember the 60s, and also just listen to some jazz and feel good. Absolutely. I was very impressed. Of course, the times that I went to Japan were before the tsunami happened, but even then I could see that the people were very work-oriented and very sort of get things done kind of people. And when the earthquake came and the tsunami, I was worried about the people that I'd met over there, people from EMI and my translator and everybody that I had dealt with over there, because they were so nice to me. And so I contacted as many people as I could to find out if everybody was okay. And every single person had the same, we're going to start over again and we're going to make this work and we're fine. We're just going to, we're out of food and the trains don't run and all that kind of stuff. And yet they were walking with their heads up high and just being so resilient and so hopeful that it was, I think they showed the world how to act during a bad situation. So I'm very proud of the Japanese people.